Paul here. We've been talking about planting the corn and pumpkins. Now it's time to plant the soybeans. So we use the same planter as I've been saying to plant all three crops. Some changes you have to make to it are you have to change the plates. This is the plate that we use for pumpkins. It's a special plate that only has a few holes in it because we plant pumpkins at a very low population. So we use a plate that has fewer holes in it so we can reduce the population so the plants have more space to grow. So we'll take that plate out for pumpkins and we'll put in a soybean plate. You can see it's got lots of holes in it. Soybeans are planted at about 140 or 150,000 seeds per acre. With the pumpkins, we're only planting about 2,000 or 3,000 seeds per acre. So you have to have lots more holes. Now what happens with this is it's a vacuum planter. So there's a vacuum system that will hold the seed up against these holes as it goes around. And when it gets to the point where it wants to drop, the vacuum is broken and those seeds will drop off into the ground. So we have lots of holes. The seed doesn't go through the hole. The seed is just used to meter out how many seeds we're going to have. It holds the seeds there till we get to the right place, releases them, drops them at a predetermined ratio, and it goes into the ground. So now we have to put those into the planting unit. So we put that new plate in, lock it in place, put the cover plate on, close that up, so that's basically airtight. Then we put the vacuum hose on this hole that goes to a central vacuum tube on the planter that's a vacuum producer, like a vacuum cleaner that produces about 10 inches of pressure, negative pressure, to hold the seed against that plate. So then we'll hook up the flexible air line going to that central vacuum system, and we'll put the planter on. And the planter is metered by the ground speed, by these chains, and so this turns that plate so that when it gets to the predetermined place at the right speed, it drops the seed. So we lock that in place and we're ready to add seed and go out to the field to plant soybeans.